The reason I bring that up, the reason I bring that up is because this is what it looks like, people. This is what your life really looks like. You can say what you want to say, but this is what your life looks like. You are literally trapped in a prison. That dead end job is a prison. That tough relationship is a prison. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. You are trapped in a prison. And to get to have your freedom reinstated to you, what you need is what I'm offering. You only got 1 day left to tap in with 2 free weeks of online life coaching with yours truly. 2 free weeks. What can happen in 2 weeks? A lot. That's the whole point, people. What can happen in 2, 3? A lot can happen. That's the whole point. Achieving the goals that you want, changing your whole life in a short period, because our time is what's priceless. I want to show you how to get to your goal faster with the program than on your own. You'll get there. You'll get there. Look, shout out to everybody out there. You're working, you're striving. You'll get there, just not in the time that you want. I want to be wealthy and still have health. What's the sense of me being wealthy 2 years before I pass away? You know, we want to achieve our goals now. It's going to be 90 degrees today. 90 degrees. What is the sense in being poor in a country where literally there's enough wealthy people for you to always feel your poorness? There's always somebody, you pull to the gas station and you put $10, $15 in your car, there's always somebody getting a fill up, right? You can't get away from it. Stop being the person that's going to the restaurant and telling your girlfriend or your spouse or your partner or your kids that they can't get what they want because you don't have it. Order from this side of the menu. We're going to share the appetizer and we're going to get this 2 for 30 deal. Come on. You are trapped in a prison of your poor decision making. I'm talking about, it's a real prison. I'm gonna give all of you an opportunity to just hang out with me. I got one like and one person watching. What that means to me is you don't have time to get out of prison. You don't have time to get out of that relationship. So you're going to be in it longer. It makes no sense to me, people. I get to go in. I'm Mr. Effort Focusing. That's how I changed my life. I'm giving you what worked for me. I'm not a used car salesman. Shoot. This is real. If you don't believe I am who I am, follow me. You can Google my name and go to Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want to go to see Tybee Wooddeep, and you can look at my old posts. Look at how I was living. Look at where I was working, and look at what I do now. And you'll know it works, people. I'm trying to hook you up. Tomorrow for the webinar event, I'm going to give you my signature speech, and I'm going to give y'all some of that fire today. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get up into you. I'm going to get up into you. I don't want you comfortable, I don't want you comfortable on Monday if you're not, working towards it. I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth. So many executives, all my Hindu friends out there, Arab friends out there that I met at the gym, Tiru, and all the rest of you guys out there. I'm talking about beautiful, lovely names, bodies out of shape, mind out of shape. You're stressed. You're working for Microsoft, AT&T, you know what I'm saying? Verizon. Don't envy the a different population because they look successful. A lot of stress comes with those jobs. Let's lock that in. Let's lock that in. These are communities right next to us where the man takes care of everything. That's a stressful situation. I'm telling you right now, if you want to get out of that prison, you have to download the free workbook, get to know more about first step coaching. I'm making it available. I don't just look good in a suit and tie now. Bling in the ears, bling. I don't just, this isn't an act. All right. This is not an act. Let me tell you something. I got out of prison and I needed public assistance, housing help. Thank you very much, USA. Food stamps. I was taking care of just my daughter, was just me and her. So I needed these things when I got, so I went from one prison to another kind of prison. How do you get out of that situation? How? A lot of young girls believe it's by shaking their rump on TikTok. A lot of young guys believe it's about showing their gun on Instagram. A lot of young people believe that they can get out of this prison without really working very hard. I don't got to work very hard. I got to do it. Listen to any young person talk that's under the age of 25 about what they have to do to make their first million, and it's not going to involve any hard work at all. Let's lock that in. Let's lock that in. And they're trying to do both. They're trying to do more than one thing at once. So our young people want to party and produce. I asked the young guy that talked about he wants to get big and swole like me, young guy. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, well, do you? And this is the question that was posed to me before I, started putting on some good muscle mass. I said, young man, do you believe that you can get bigger without getting stronger? And without hesitation, he said, yes. We all looked at each other like, young people, you don't know nothing. Nothing. Stop it. It doesn't make any difference. There's just not going to be a situation where you can lead yourself out of prison without guidance. You got you in there. Let's lock that in. It took me a span of 30 years to realize that I needed to take advantage of the resources around me. That my goals needed more manpower and more resources for me to achieve them. It took me 30 years of going back and forth to prison, everybody, for me to realize that I couldn't get myself out. I couldn't keep myself out. Let's lock that in. So if you have say it right. If you have bad relationship recidivism, which means you keep going back to bad relationships, you need first step coaching. If you get money, get a good check, and you spend it all up, so you're right back broke, you need first step coaching. I'm breaking it down. If you know someone that's coming home that, like me, like how I used to do, goes right back, and you want them to have a better chance to stay out, they need first step coaching. And right now, for one more day, you can get it for free. I got folks signing up. I'm starting to post the conversations I'm having with you and you about your problems, so y'all can hear regular everyday people talk to Coach Taib and say, Coach, this is what I need. I'm putting them out slowly, but I'm getting them out there to you. The young lady Shanice, she wants to learn more and faster, but she don't have time. So should we look at her memory, her learning capacity, or her time management skills? Let's lock that in. Because if you aren't really diving in to the actual problem, you're wasting your time and spinning your wheels on something that's not even going to change you one iota. All right. As always, this podcast is brought to you courtesy of First Step Coaching. First Step Coaching. Okay. So I've put it out there enough stuff for you to know. If you're going to continue to listen to me, I want to take you and lead you somewhere. So now you're like, okay, coach, you said I put myself there and I can't get myself out. What's it going to take? What's it going to take? I'm not oversimplifying the process. I'm just telling you that the main things are the plain things. Let's lock that in. You're still where you're at because you refuse to put more effort into it. And that's okay. That's why you need to add manpower and resources, because that's going to bring more effort into your struggle. If you're trying to do anything and you add more manpower to it, it's going to get done better and or at least quicker. Raise your hand if you're getting something from this. Where are my likes at? Y'all can tap the screen if you want. I don't care. I don't know you anyway. There, TikTok is putting me out there to folks. I don't know you. But tap the screen anyway. I should have 10,000 likes off this 25 minutes. Y'all tripping. Listen to me. You want to know how to get out of that prison that you in? That mental construct that keeps you trapped? You wake up in every day, every day. I'm telling you right now, I'm living a dream. Damn it, I was down. They had me in a hole and they lied to do it. You better read the book, African Messiah versus Government Scum. You better read the book. Do your research on Taibu Muad'Dib. I ain't just start talking about social justice. I'm just trying to live a good life now. Damn near 50. 48 and feeling great. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to get out of that prison, do what I did. Add more manpower and resources. Every time you get a chance to suck up game from somebody above you, even one step above you, talk to your supervisor at work. Hey, so how long you been a supervisor, boss? Yeah. Okay, who promoted you? See, many of you don't ask that question because you might be thinking, oh, his cousin or his uncle or his aunt or his dad runs a company. No. Ask who promoted them. Ask the questions that matter. See, y'all want it easy. And if that person tells you something and it sounds like a path that you can complete, get on it. Get that promotion. If you're not trying to leave your job because you like where you work, you love your coworkers, that does not mean that you're not in line for a promotion. Now, I'll tell you something. I've worked at places where there was only so many jobs at the top. Have you been there before? Worked at a warehouse where it's like 2 or 3 managers and 100 floor workers? Ain't no way I'm going to stay there because there's no pathway to advancement. Let's lock that in. I had one job. I said, you mean to tell me I can be here for 8 years and I'll never go above $18.84 an hour? It's insanity, people. Y'all are insane. You gonna work the next 6 months, work your back out for a 50-cent raise? And they're telling you, just keep your production high, you'll get it for a 50-cent raise? Gas, you can wake up in the morning, gas can be 60 cents more that day. Come on. How many of you have gotten up and gas, it looked like it was $2.47, you get there, it's like $2.95. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what? This is the world we live in. Now, if you aren't listening to me because you don't take advice from people on TikTok, cool. You don't take advice from people that live stream on YouTube, cool. But I'll be here when you still broke, busted, and disgusted. When you're still in a relationship you don't want to be in. When you're still working a job you don't. I'll still be here. My suit is going to cost more money. The ice in my ear is going to get bigger. My smile is going to get wider. I'll be at different locations across the country. I'll still be here waiting for you to download the number one publication, the EFC workbook, my free resource. it's still going to be right there waiting for you to challenge you, to identify what you want to do, and then to identify what's holding you back from it. Then we'll have a conversation. You can inbox me right now, Taibu Muad'Dib. Yeah, Coach Taibu. I heard you talk about being in prison. I'm struggling with that. What kind of prison are you in? You're right. I feel trapped in my relationship. I love her, but I don't feel like she's the person for me. But I'm afraid to let go. I'm comfortable. But every day I wake up, I don't want to be with this person. I know I don't want to be alone, but I want to be with this person. Trapped. Taibu, I saw you with your suit and tie. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 4 a.m. I just happened to be on TikTok on my phone on my break, and I see you. You said something about what you used to do for a living, and now you're doing what you want to do. How can I do that? What do you want to do? These are the kind of conversations that we need to have to get you out of that prison. And let me tell you something. Don't wait. Oh, God, don't wait. You know, my dad left when I was a kid. And even if he stayed, I know my dad now. Even if he stayed, he couldn't have taught me the things that I'm teaching in my program. My dad couldn't have taught me to be successful. I want my dad to take my program and one day, hopefully, achieve the kind of level of success that his potential. My dad plays 7 different instruments, very talented, artistic. He wrote poetry. He sculpted, you know, like he took a stump of wood and sculpt like African symbols and like he an amazing man that doesn't put any effort, focus, and commitment into anything and doesn't finish anything. His creations, his artwork, but I'm saying as far as like his life, never finished a degree, never finished starting a business. The things that my dad. Did you have that parent or a cousin or uncle that always had an idea but never got started on it? Let's lock that in. That was my dad. Filled our head up. You could do this. We could do that. You could do this. We should do that. Never started, not one time. Trapped. Trapped. And I bring my papa up to let all of you know, if you're arrogant or nonchalant or distrustful or whatever your situation is, so you're not bringing other people into your situation, you're afraid to ask for help, you're afraid to be vulnerable. The first sign of strength, the first sign of true strength is asking somebody for help. I want you, if you know a millionaire personally, I want you to ask them who they ask for help when they don't know what to do. Hell, we can all ask AI now. You have to ask. You have to ask. Ask Coach Taibu for help. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get a proven system, a proven method, not just for identifying what you need to do, but a proven method for staying motivated through the process. Let's lock that in. On Friday, we're going to applaud people who are sticking it out. People like Miss Courtney Spears, who is our case study, who just picked her course curriculum and she's making moves. That's how it's supposed to go. Get your course curriculum, come to at least one class a week and do your touch point. That's how I'm telling you. So staying motivated all the way through is what matters. All right. Now, when you hear the sound of my voice, you know I'm speaking this game. GAME, I'm giving you this game. Y'all want to talk slick? Let's talk slick for a second. Jack and the Beanstalk. Oh, shoot. I take my coat off now. Jack and the Beanstalk. All right. See, the game is this. It's foundational. First of all, for Jack to get that blessing, right? For that story to transpire, Jack had to do what? He had to earn the trust of his people. It says in the story that Jack's mama said, Jack, go with the cow. It's all we have left, and get fair price from the market. She didn't say we're going. She didn't give any extra instructions. Jack was maybe, we talked about it, Jack was maybe 13 to 16 years old, because they say it was a boy. So we had to be like a new teenager, a boy. Now, how many of you would send a 13 or 16-year-old in your household to go with everything the family has to the market to bring back fair price? Come on, none of you. No, I wouldn't. I would not send my 13-year-old to the market with all I got to bring back fair price. I wouldn't do it. Not because I don't love him, but because I haven't been able to. We don't have that trust built up yet. We haven't. So Jack. So you have to build the trust. This is why our podcast. I'm letting you know you can trust what I'm saying and what I'm about, and that I'm going to be here because my company has been on the books for almost 18 years. Heavenly Bodies. Because I've helped thousands of people, I've impacted thousands of lives to the good. Because right now I have 7,000 people that watch me on 5 different social media platforms. That my posts, my lives. I have an active roster in my coaching community on my email list of 700 people. So I'm building, this is how I build trust. This is how you get to know I know what I'm doing, that I'm good at what I do. And that was Jack. Jack mama knew Jack was going to get, so now this is where it get funky. This the game part, y'all. Now Jack saw himself one day having more than what he had at the time. And I'm saying this because you have two paths. That's it in life. You have the prison that you're in right now, which is the expected outcome. It's the expected outcome. You know that when you come home, you coming home to this. You know you coming home to this. So on the way to the market, a mysterious man appeared, right? A mysterious man. It could have been Coach Taibu. It probably is Coach Taibu, everybody. Because that's what I'm doing to right now. Watch how I weave this in here. So Jack see the mysterious man. And the man said, I'll give you these magic beans for that cow. Now, this is where I step in. The EFC workbook for all of you who are in prison right now, a dead-end job, you're mentally ill and unhealthy in your mind, you trapped, you stuck, you don't know how to budget or spend or monetize your name, image, and likeness. You have dreams and ideals, and it's killing your soul because you don't know what to do and how to get started, how to express it. I'm stepping in right now with my EFC workbook and offering you magic beans. That man saith, he said, Jack, give me all you. Right now it's free. For the next 24 hours, it's free to get started with Coach Ty. Don't cost you nothing. But in March, starting March and forevermore, it's always going to cost you something to rock with me because I've earned that, right? But he says, give me all you got for these magic beans. Now, Jack is well trusted by his people. His mom trusts him, and he knows this. So he doesn't think it wrong to give away everything that they have for these magic beans. Why? Because Jack knows if he goes to market, he gonna bring back 6 pence. They're gonna eat for a week and then be stuck. Come on, somebody, lock that in. When the man offered Jack some magic beans, he now all of a sudden had a right to be, okay, I don't have to go home to the expected outcome. This is our way out of our poverty prison. Let's go, somebody. Talk to Coach Ty. Come on, tap that screen, give me my lights, because I know I'm taking. So I'm offering you first step coaching. I'm offering you these magic beans right now. Without the EFC workbook, you're going to go to work, expected outcome, come home, expected outcome, to that person, expected outcome, which is a prison. It's a poor decision to turn down these magic beans. Let's keep going. Jack, he take the beans. The man take the cow. Those beans with the word magic behind them gave Jack the ability to see unknown possibilities and potential. Unknown. And the reason why that's important is because you know what you're going home to right now. When you leave the house, you know where you're going right now. You deserve to unlock the unknown. You deserve that. Let's keep going. Jack, get back home. His mama say, what? I told you to go to the market and get, the 6-pence coins so we can, that was all we had, Jack, for these beans. And she tossed them out the window. And she sent Jack to bed with no supper. Now, if you haven't been locked up physically like I have, you ain't went to bed hungry. If you've never been forced to go to bed hungry with your stomach in your back, that is a terrible punishment. Come on, people. Let's lock that in. But the next day when Jack woke super hungry, he saw that beanstalk out the window going up to the sky. I give the Jack and the Beanstalk tale in my signature speech to let you know, if you want to be more, if you want to climb, you need magic beans. You need magic beans. You need to unlock the unexpected. You need to unlock your potential. The life you deserve is up the beanstalk. Jack, not fearing punishment, not fearing what was up there in the sky, he hit that beanstalk without a second thought. He didn't think twice about accepting the magic beans. He didn't think twice about hitting that beanstalk and climbing. Effort, focus, and commitment. First step coaching. I want to give you that Jack and the Beanstalk freedom from those fears. Right now, you fear so much stuff, and I'm sad for you, but I've been there. I was afraid to tell people I had been locked up. I was afraid to tell people that because of this color of my skin. I was afraid to date for a while because I just got out of prison. I was afraid to apply for better jobs because I have a felony on the paperwork. I was afraid. I've been afraid. I understand what it's like. You don't have to be afraid anymore. I have a proven system to help you not just break through that fear, but to unlock the life that you deserve, unlock that potential, unlock the magic. If you're ready for your one-on-one coaching experience, my time's almost up. Go to calendly.com/Coach Taibu. If you have not followed me, look at my post for this podcast. Go click the link, subscribe, and follow me over here on YouTube. All right. And almost all of my posts, I have the link to learn more about the company. It's a homework booklet that you can look at my pedigree, or to download the EFC workbook to just get started right away. All right, one way or the other. These are things that you have to do. Be fearless. Jack was fearless. He was fearless because he knew, he believed, and he knew that hitting that beanstalk was the right thing to do. We all know how the story ends. And I can get deeper into the story about what he went through up the beanstalk. But right now, I'll just stop right there and say, just for today, to get out of that life that he was living, he needed magic beans. All right. He needed magic beans. 2 free weeks to understand. In those 2 free weeks, those beans will go to the beanstalk up. You won't see any ceiling once you spend 2 free weeks with Taib Muad'Dib. 2 free weeks and you'll go up. If you want to watch the replay to this video, go subscribe over on YouTube. All right. Almost 2,000 followers and subscribers over here on TikTok. And I only have like 200 on YouTube. Y'all need to get this. Y'all need to have access to this library I have of coaching and speaking and podcasting on relationships, on finance, on budgeting, on everything, social justice. I'm covering it all because I can. I'm a confirmed genius. But I'm doing it in a way that helps build each of you that listen to me. I'm going to go to my subscriber only live right now, give them a couple of minutes, but I appreciate meeting all of you. My viewership over here on YouTube. Thank you for jumping in here. I appreciate all of you. I do this every morning at 8:05 a.m. Subscribe to my YouTube page, follow, be abreast of what's coming down the pike. Sign up for the webinar tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Make sure you inbox me and get signed up. Now, as usual, before I get out of here, I'm going to jump off in here and put, what is going on here? All right. So stop sharing that. When we look at certain things in the community that's happening, one of the things that's happening in our community is human trafficking. There's a movie out there about it. It's really deep. Gotta check it out. I have a somber tone because as a survivor of, domestic and violence in the home and all that stuff as a child, I became a perpetrator of it as an adult. Being hit and beaten and things of that nature, that happens. And then you become the person doing the hitting and the beating, and it's terrible. So I got with some gentlemen and we devised the Guard Me gear. Gear stands for giving everyone a response, right? So that people who are in danger and need help from police brutality, from a upset spouse, from a step parent, and whatever the case may be, we can put an end to sexual violence, domestic violence, human trafficking, police brutality against unarmed African people. We can put an end to this with this Guard Me gear device. We're raising $150,000 to build the prototype, to get the actual prototype actually made. All right. And then we will go from there to manufacturing enough to test them, bring them back, redesign them, and then get them to market. So